Hi friends, welcome to Aisha's DIY. In this video, we will learn how to make these cute earrings. I thought I remembered the name of the person uh, whom I got this design from, but unfortunately, I don't. Sorry about that. And also, um, if I do make a mistake on the video, please excuse me, because what happened was, again, I got my iritis or uveitis in my left eye, and it's all red and uh, completely the vision is blurred, and I have a constant pain. So I'm working at half my level of accurate accuracy. Okay, so let's just see what I got here. So I made these earrings and I fell in love with these earrings because it's a lot fun to fidget with the beads here. See this? So it just rolls, the beads just rolls, and I really like that. So this is a 10 millimeter jasper that I used here in this earring, and the wire that I used is 20 gauge. But I remember correctly, the person whom I learned this from, she was using a 19 gauge wire. I don't have 19 gauge in my stash, and I tried with the 18 gauge, it didn't work. So I'm sticking with the 20 gauge, and I used bare copper soft flex wire, 20 gauge. That's what I used for this earring. And I also tried to make another one. This is my second pair, and as you guys see, I really like this thing. It just rolls around, and it's, you put it in your ear and fidget your beads all day. So I tried to make this. I made this like a week ago, and then I tried replicating the same, and I was doing it, as you guys can see now. Can you see? This one is smaller than this one. My right side one is bigger. So I am just going to take the advice of the person who did that. She was doing both the earrings simultaneously, every step. I didn't listen to it, so I got paid for. I'll make another one, but still, it's still wire that we are utilizing. I don't want to waste wire, as you guys already know. And this is a ear wire that I made with the 20 gauge wire as well. Now I'm gonna show you guys how to make this with bare copper wire, and not this color. This color I will use one more of that, and I'm using these beads. This was a one strand. I just pulled out the ones which looks similar similar to each other. That's what I took. So this is my 20 gauge wire, and I would suggest, if you have 19 gauge wire, go ahead and use it. You don't need a lot of wire per se, but as in the video that I watched, she said to use like a longer wire than short wire. I mean, long wire than you will ever need, so that you can cut the wire, the remaining wire, and still use it for other purposes. Like, it's considerably long enough to use for other projects, especially for to make a ear wire or something. So I'm just going to follow her advice, and I'm gonna just cut myself about, say, this much length, probably 8 to 9 inches. So I'm gonna cut the same again for the other one. So let's see if I will have enough. I'm using my nylon jaw pliers, which is really worn out, as you guys can see, but I bought a new one, but I don't know where I kept it. I got another one from the different straightener, which I didn't like it. So okay, so this is not even similar, but I would say 10 inches of wire or a foot of wire is what you would want, and you have to straighten the wire as much as you can, but you don't have to straighten it flat like in a line. It can be a slight U. That's more than sufficient for our project. All you need to do is take your wire about, say, 1/3 of the way. Let the bead hang in there, okay? And then bend, okay, not 1/3, I would say. Yeah, I hope I'm doing this right. Okay, so just make sure that you can do it in the middle. Make sure you crisscross the wire, okay, just like this. So this crisscross the area, see this, how nicely it has bent. So I want that to be nice and crisp, the bend on either side of the bead. Let's do the same here. Add our bead to the wire about, say, the middle. Bend the wire here and bend the wire there, so both the sides. So make sure the bend, see, this one is smaller, this one is longer. That's what I'm looking for. So now it's crisscrossed, so I want you to bend the wire all the way, okay, and this too all the way, okay. So now can you see that, how nicely it hugs the bead, but at the same time the bead moves? So that's what we want. You bring the wire all the way in the front again, so that again it will crisscross. So you need to make sure this is the whole of the bead, here is the whole of the bead, and this crisscrosses about, say, in the middle, okay. So that is that. Now we can do simultaneously the other pair of the earring as well. Make sure it comes all the way around, and this wire as well. Take your time. Wire working projects are something that, it takes a lot of patience. If you rush it, then you might spoil it. So now this is what I have so far. See this? This one is longer and this one is shorter, right? So we can always hold this and just just do this, so that's it's nice and even. Both the wires are, it is crisscrossing at considerably the same, right? It's considerably the same. So this is what we want. We have one full circle. We started here and went back again, came back one more time the same way. So here there is 2 wraps, and in the front we don't even have a 1 wrap. So that's exactly what we want. And another point is we need a ruler. So we need a ruler, and from the point where the hole is, right, see the bead hole is, from that point onwards, okay, that's what you're gonna measure. So about, say, 2.5 centimeter, you can say. Take a marker. So take it, and from the hole, okay, from the hole. So I think she said 2 centimeters, or 2.5. I have no idea. Maybe it's a 2. Yeah. Make a mark. Hopefully I did it properly. There we go. And then do the same here. You either mark it with your ruler, or I like to do with the other earring. So I hope I did do that properly. I think I did it properly. Do it with a permanent marker. So now what I'm going to do here is, so I'm going to do this pair first. Okay, so about say where they crisscross, they should be crisscrossing pretty much at the same point. Okay, so wherever they crisscross, at that point where you have the mark, straighten one wire which is longer. Okay, and then come back here and hold it approximately here and see if you have the mark correct. Okay, so I'm just going to take this wherever I have the mark. I'm gonna twist that straight, and then once again come back here. Yeah, it's about the same. So now what you do is, there is one other wire which is going the side, right? So just take that. Where this bent is, I want this to be nicely bent like this. Can you see that? So now I have to do this as well. So wherever the bent is, I'm just going to do that. So and see, these two are same, right? Make sure this is straight. Make sure this is straight. So now hold this. Okay, see, it has crisscrossed, right? At that point, take that wire and bend it and push it forward and bend it. Make sure this is long and make sure your wraps are nice and consistent and right next to each other. Okay, and then one more, see this, it's wrapping it on itself. 3 wraps. Okay, and then go ahead and snip that wire off in the back. Make sure you catch hold of the short piece, don't let it go further. Tuck that tail in. So that's done. So now this, so always okay, I even didn't pay attention to this. So you need, this needs to be right next to each other. When we look at in the front, you should see only one. So here we go. Okay, so now hold this and see if it is perfect. It looks perfect to me. So hold this here and then wrap it. Make sure this one is straight. 1, 2, press it against, 3. See, the wrap is not very good. Go ahead and so there is 3 wraps. So for some reason this wrap is not coming properly. So what you can do is you can hold it with the nylon jar pliers and squish this wrap nicely. Hold on. Right. And you can tighten your wrap. Okay. And then snip that excess off. So this is going to be my front, or this is going to be my front. Either way, it's fine. So just make sure these wraps are nice and squished. Tuck that tail in. So this is what we have. See, this one is not so big. We just cut a little bit off from both the pieces, but this one is nice and big for you to make a ear wire. So that's what the person who was teaching this was telling as well. Okay, now if you're satisfied with the earrings, which I am, all you need to do is, so I just bend this wire right on top towards one side, 90 degrees, and cut myself about, say, here. Okay, do the same. So look at it and bend the wire and cut about, say, the same length. So let me see. Yeah, I think that's about, say, the same length. Okay, now you take your round nose pliers and make a basic loop. Like that. Do the same for this side as well. Okay. So the earring part is done. Let's see, how did we get it? We got it pretty accurate. So with this one, let me measure this. One and a half inches more than enough for the earrings. So what I would do is I would just snip both ends, like flush cut both ends. Okay, and then let me see, this is not flush cut as well. Keep this as a mark. So this is more than enough for the earring. You can keep this piece. Okay, take your round nose pliers and you can mark this loop as well, but I don't want to. make a loop. Do not straighten the loop. Okay. About say the same. I like to use my bail making pliers, but you can also use the widest part of the round nose pliers. So whichever I am using the second biggest mandrel in my bail making pliers. See, this is the smallest. Second just bigger than that, and this is the biggest, and it is one step below the bigger. Okay, then fold it like this. See that? If you take it, you will have this. Now you can do some manipulation, straighten it out, and the end you can twist it this way. Okay, and nicely straighten the loops up and everything, and do the same here for the other pair as well. Take it, right, and then you can work hard on it by just pressing the wire with your pliers all over, so that you can work hard on it, or you can hammer it with your bench block and chasing hammer. But I like the shiny part of the wire because it will match my earring too. So just open this up. One more thing, you need to, this will be sharp, so I'm using an emery board. Go in one direction, don't go back and forth. Once it's nice and smooth, now open up this ear wire, twist open, take your earring finding. If it is not open yet, just go ahead and open more, add your earring finding and close it. Do the same for the other one as well. Our earrings is done. So complete earrings, even we made the ear wire out of it, and I really like how the way this turned out to be. You can do, these are 10 millimeter gemstones. You can do with crystals, round, plain glass round beads, or gemstones, or ceramic beads and everything. Anything can be used. You can also make this with 8 millimeter, I believe, but I feel that there is only one bead in this earring, so as well make it with 10 millimeter, so it's nice and big. And this one is longer than the sample that I made, but I really like both of them. You can choose to make however you want. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye bye.